Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Our planet is full of surprises. Every year, scientists and explorers uncover new life forms in the most unexpected place, sometimes deep under the sea, sometimes in frozen mountains, and sometimes even in our own backyards. But not all discoveries are planned. In fact, some of the most fascinating creatures ever found were stumbled upon completely by accident. Moments of pure luck, curiosity, or sheer coincidence have led to discoveries that changed how we understand the natural world. Today, we're going to look at 5 incredible creatures that were discovered by accident, mysterious animals that shocked scientists and proved, once again, that nature still holds countless secrets. Let's begin. Number 5, the coelacanth, the fish that came back from extinction. In 1938, a South African museum curator named Marjorie Kirtner-Latimer was inspecting a fisherman's catch at the docks. Among the pile of ordinary fish, one caught her attention. It was large, almost 5 feet long, with thick, scaly armor and strange, fleshy fins that looked more like limbs. When experts examined it, they were stunned. The fish matched fossils of a species believed to have gone extinct 65 million years ago. Before this discovery, scientists thought the coelacanth had vanished with the dinosaurs. It was even nicknamed a living fossil. No one expected to see one alive, let alone freshly caught off the African coast. The coelacanth wasn't just rare. It rewrote what we knew about evil. Its limb-like fins were considered a missing link between fish and the first land animals. And its discovery proved that the deep ocean can hide species thought to be long gone. Since then, more coelacanths have been found near the Comoros Islands, Indonesia, and Madagascar. But they remain elusive, living deep underwater where sunlight barely reaches. Their accidental rediscovery remains one of the most astonishing events in zoological history. Number 4, the panda. From myth to reality. It's hard to imagine today, but there was a time when the giant panda was thought to be a myth. For centuries, local legends in China told stories of a mysterious black and white bear that lived deep in the bamboo forests. But no one outside the region had ever seen one. That all changed in 1869 when a French missionary named Armand David received a strange animal skin from a hunter in Sichuan province. The creature's markings were unlike anything he had ever seen. When scientists studied the specimen, they realized it belonged to a completely unknown species of bear, one that survived by eating mostly bamboo. And just like that, the giant panda went from local legend to global icon. Later, explorers ventured into the mountains and eventually found living pandas, confirming the discovery. What made it even more fascinating was that pandas had no close relatives among known bear species. Their teeth, bones, and diet were completely unique. The panda's accidental discovery opened the world's eyes to the biodiversity hidden in China's remote mountains, and it became one of the most beloved animals on Earth. Number 3, the deep-sea ghost shark. In 2016, scientists testing new underwater cameras off the coast of Hawaii captured something extraordinary. A pale, ghostly figure gliding through the darkness, more than 2,000 meters below the surface. At first, they thought it was a trick of the light, but as the footage became clearer, they realized it was a living creature, one that no one had ever seen in the wild before. The mysterious animal was later identified as a pointy-nosed blue chimaida, also known as a ghost shark. Chimeras are distant relatives of sharks and rays, but they split from their lineage over 300 million years ago. They have translucent skin, long tails, and hauntingly human-like eyes that reflect light like mirrors. Before this footage, ghost sharks were known only from specimens accidentally caught in deep-sea fishing nets. No one had ever filmed one alive in its natural habitat until that day. The entire discovery happened by accident. The team wasn't even searching for new species. They were testing camera equipment designed for other deep-sea research, yet they ended up recording one of the rarest and most mysterious animals ever captured on film. This moment was a reminder of how much of our ocean remains unexplored. Even with all our technology, more than 80% of the deep sea is still completely unknown. Who knows what else could be hiding down there? Number 2, the okapi, the forest giraffe. Imagine an animal that looks like a mix between a zebra, a giraffe, and a horse. yet isn't quite any of them. For centuries, people in the Congo region of Africa told stories about such a creature living deep in the rainforest. European explorers dismissed it as folklore, Kalingit te African unicorn. But in 1901, British explorer Sir Harry Johnston received several strange animal skins and skulls from local hunters. The patterns were zebra-like, but the anatomy was closer to that of a giraffe. Johnston was intrigued. He sent the samples to London, and scientists were astonished. This was a completely unknown species. They named it the okapi, a close relative of the giraffe that had managed to remain hidden in one of the most remote and dense forests on Earth. The okapi's discovery was pure chance. Johnston had been in the Congo for political reasons, not scientific ones. But his accidental encounter led to one of the most remarkable zoological discoveries of the 20th century. Even today, okapis are rarely seen in the wild. They are shy, solitary, and perfectly adapted to vanish into the shadows of the forest. They remained so mysterious that the first photograph of a living okapi was untaken until 1918. Okapi's story reminds us how legends can sometimes turn out to be real, and how nature still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. Number 1. The Komodo dragon, the giant lizard hidden from the world. In 1910, a Dutch pilot crashed his plane on a small Indonesian island known as Komodo. When he was rescued, he reported something unbelievable. He had seen massive lizards roaming the island, some over 10 feet long. At first, no one believed him. Stories of giant reptiles were often exaggerated, but later that year, Lieutenant Van Stein van Hensbroek led an expedition to the island and confirmed the reports. What they found stunned the scientific world. Enormous, muscular lizards capable of bringing down wild pigs and even water buffalo. The creature became known as the Komodo dragon, the largest living lizard on Earth. Until that discovery, scientists thought such creatures existed only in prehistoric times. But here they were, alive, breathing, and thriving on a tiny island chain in Indonesia. The discovery of the Komodo dragon was completely accidental, triggered by a random crash and a few lucky observations. It turned out that the islanders had known about the dragons for generations, but their isolation had kept the species secret from the rest of the world. Today, Komodo dragons are protected, and their discovery has given scientists invaluable insights into reptile evolution and predator behavior. It's a living reminder that even in the modern world, enormous and ancient creatures can still be hiding just beyond the edge of our maps. And for a bonus, let's talk about the ice worm. This one sounds impossible, but it's true. In the mid-1800s, a group of explorers studying glaciers in Alaska noticed something moving inside the ice. Tiny, black specks that wiggled like worms. At first, they thought it was contamination, maybe dirt or insects carried by the wind. But when they collected samples, they realized the specks were alive. They had discovered the ice worm, a creature that literally lives inside glaciers and frozen snowfields. Even more amazing, ice worms die if they get too warm. They can only survive at temperatures below freezing. They move through the ice by melting microscopic tunnels around themselves and feeding on algae and bacteria trapped within. To this day, no other animal is known to live its entire life cycle in solid ice. Their discovery was accidental, but it completely changed how scientists think about life in extreme environments. If something can survive inside a glacier on Earth, who's to say life couldn't exist in the icy moons of Jupiter or Saturn? From the deep-sea ghost sharks to the mighty Komodo dragon, these discoveries share one thing in common. None of them were planned. Each one happened because someone paid attention, took a second look, or followed their curiosity. It's a powerful reminder that even in the age of satellites and exploration, the world is still full of surprises. The more we look, the more we realize how little we actually know. And maybe, just maybe, the next great discovery is waiting right around the corner, hidden in a cave, under the ocean, or even in your own backyard. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories about the mysteries of our planet and the amazing creatures that call it home.